Happy National Fajitas Day! I'm Mr. William, and welcome to Mr. William's Kitchen. That's what we're going to call the show for now. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick and simple dish that you could do with your kids at home. We're not going to use the Mexican seasonings, but we're going to use my own Puerto Rican seasonings, and I hope you guys enjoy it, but you can add any of seasonings that you like. So we're going to start off here looking at the stuff that we're going to be using. We're going to be using salt, always to season, our onions and peppers, regular vegetable oil, garlic powder. We have adobo, sazon, always more, black pepper, and oregano. So over here, we already pre-cut all of our stuff, and we seasoned it already. So over here, you have your onions, your red bell pepper, and your green pepper. Over here, I have some cilantro already chopped up. Extra seasoning gives it more flavor. We have a little pack of steak. Very affordable. It was $3.17 for 2 slices of steak. Not a bad deal. And over here, we have our chicken. And I used all those seasonings that we saw before, and that's how I seasoned the meats and the chicken and the steak. So now we're going to start cooking our meats first, because that's what you want to do. You want to cook your meats. I marinated for like about an hour or two, so it gave it that flavor. I just put some oil on both meats, adobo, sazon, garlic powder, black pepper, and oregano. So here we go. I already got my pans preheating. I'm going to cook my chicken over here, and I'm going to cook the steak over here. And then we're going to cook the vegetables after, because we want to get that flavor from the meat into the vegetables. So we're going to start off here. I'm going to put a little bit of oil into the pan. It's been preheating, so it's been on low, but let's try to bring it up a little more. And just add a drizzle, maybe a little more. Over here on this pan, I'm going to add the same for the steak. What you're trying to look for is a little sear to the meat, just to give it that nice cooked texture. Try to get it all over. And then we're going to add our steak first. So I'm going to use this spoon for the steak, because I don't want to cross contamination. So I added our steak to the pan, and you just want to spread it out evenly. And we just want to cook the steak very well done, or to the liking that you like. If you guys like medium rare, you can go right ahead, but I like it a little bit well done for this meal. You want to spread it out, and I cut it a little in thick slices just so it cooks a little bit quicker. So we're going to leave this for a second. And now we're going to move on to the chicken. And we're over here going to put the chicken. Be careful, because remember we put oil. Now you can cook it as you want. If you want to add you want to add half the chicken, you can. Or if you want to add the whole chicken, you can. I added everything because I just like to cook everything, a little bit quick. This is a quick meal we're going to do. Give that 1 second. Thank you. So what you're trying to do is just get everything cooked. Trying to get everything coated with that oil. And remember, I already seasoned the meat. And you just want to let it cook for a couple of minutes. It's going to take like maybe 3 to 5 minutes just to cook, because remember, we added all the meat. But I'm going to cover it so it can cook with the oil and the juices. And we'll come back to it in a minute. Let me just cover it. Sorry about that, guys. So over here, coming back to the steak, and it's like, cooking very, very nicely. Smells good, cameraman?
Yes, it smells delicious in here.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. So remember, you can use any type of seasoning you want. I use the regular adobo, sazon, garlic powder, oregano, and so on. Now, if you wanted to add like pieces of garlic, you can. It's gonna put the flame up a little more. So So now to this, I'm going to add some cilantro because I wanted to get that nice little, you know, sprinkle it on in so I can just cook in there. And you can also save some later and put it into your fajitas.
Yes.
And it gives it that nice, delicious flavor. So let me move this a little more now. So everything's cooking very, very well, slowly, but we want everything to be cooked. And remember, guys, make this at home with your kids. Get them involved. And this is healthy. We're not, as you can see, everything is cooking like in a boil type. We did add a little bit of oil, but we're trying to make this a little bit healthy also. Okay. Check this real quick. See, that's the chicken cooking. So I'm just going to switch this over for a minute so we could mix some of this chicken. And like I said, normally if you get this at a Mexican place, it's going to come off the hot plate grilled, sizzling, hot. But you know what? We're doing it healthy here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. Like I said, I want my chicken to be a little more on the healthy side. So give me 1 second while I grab a cup. And we will just add a little bit of water. But you know what? Let me get some water from the sink. Sorry, camera there.
From the fridge.
From the fridge, I'm sorry. Because you know what? I know the water is clean, but we did go through a water advisory this past week. And it's always good to be on the safe side. So, sorry about that. I know you guys see my big head. And I'm just going to drizzle some water in here. Just so we can cook. So we're going to cover it back. And look at that steak. That steak is delicious already. So I got some more pieces that got to cook. And you can, like I said, cook it to the desire you want. I think it's going to need a little more. And then we'll wait till everything finishes up. So remember, I already pre-cut my onions, my peppers. You know, you can add whatever you want. You want to add any other type of vegetables, kale, spinach. Mix it up. Make it your own type of meal, okay? Okay, so now we got the steak a little brown to the kind of liking that I want. And we got those brown bits on the bottom. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the steak out and put it in a separate bowl for now. And I don't want to... Oh, sorry. Oh.
And I'm going to eat it.
Let's just scoop this out real quick.
That tastes good.
Thank you. So leaving that steak there because it's already cooked with that nice juices from the steak, we're going to add some onions. Just going to take a handful because I'm going to save some for... Going to put some red bell pepper. Oops, sorry. Sorry for the messiness of me. And some green pepper. So try to take a couple so I can leave some for the other. And now when we can start doing this, mixing this up. You want to get those brown bits from the bottom to get that flavor from the steak. What I like to do is I like to season it up a little bit with a little bit of salt and some black pepper. Later. And maybe like not too much, but a couple of sprays of oregano. And what you want to do is just let these cook. And then we're gonna now check on our chicken. So I added to the chicken some cilantro. And as you can see, the chicken is nice and healthy. It's not even like, you know, fried in grease. This is all cooked in a little bit of oil, water, and the seasoning that the chicken was seasoned. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, because this chicken is pretty done, I'm just going to maybe grab a piece and let my camera person taste. Camera girl. Delish. Cook good. Healthy, seasoned good.
Delicious. Perfect.
So, what I'm thinking I might need to add is a little bit of... Just gonna add a little more because I don't... Remember, you can always add a pinch of seasoning, a little bit more or less later. It just helps it out. I'm gonna mix this one more time. And look at that chicken. OMG. Delicious. So now, we're just gonna take this chicken and put it into another bowl for later. And then we're gonna cook our onions and peppers here. This is the onions and peppers that we had cooking for the steak. I'm just gonna taste a little bit. Maybe needs a little more. But we took our chicken out. This is the liquid that was left in the chicken. Now what I want to do is I want to add these vegetables to that liquid because the flavors is going to be so awesome, guys. You wouldn't believe it. And look what I'm about to do. Bam! Así como se hace en la cocina de Willy. But look, I'm just mixing all that onion, bell peppers, red bell peppers, green peppers with that juice from the chicken, and it's going to cook these onions and peppers down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this real quick. Back with this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let me add my... Because I do want to add a little bit of pep salt. Even though it has it already. Pepper. Remember, you add the seasoning to your liking. I add it the way I like it, like a little bit seasoned. And some oregano. Can't forget cilantro to give it that little kick. I'm gonna add it over here a little bit more. And what I'm going to do now is finish the steak dish. All you're gonna do now is you're gonna add this steak back into there. Mix everything up. And you could just let this simmer, cook for a little more, however you guys want. But this is already how the steak fajitas are going to look. Awesome. And then over here we have the chicken fajitas juices. And we're cooking down the onions and peppers. And some people like to leave their vegetables at a heart, you know, just little sear a little bit, leave it with an al dente hard feeling, but I like mine to be a little softer side. So hopefully with the caldito, that's what we call it in Puerto Rico, the juice of the chicken, the caldito. Hopefully it will cook everything down, and it is sweating it down. I can see the onions already wilting down. Cameron, how do you like your vegetables? Do you like them with that crunch? Do you like them soft, tender?
I like them with a crunch.
You like them with a crunch. So, I'm going to give our cameraman to see what does she think of the vegetables. Cook good.
Delicious.
Delicious. So do you think we should just add the chicken back to it? And just, okay.
Yes.
So I'm just going to add this chicken right back to this nice, juicy mixture. Sorry, guys. Little mistake there. But now what you want to do is you just want to get my little. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And guys, this is so handy. Whoever thought of this, kudos, kudos, kudos. Because I think sometimes when you use the stove mittens and this, the stove ones, they're like horrible. You sometimes burn them.
Yeah, and it's bulky.
And yeah, this is so much easier. So there you got it. You got your chicken fajita already. The chicken fajita with the onions and peppers are ready. We have over here the steak sizzling. And in a few more minutes, I'm going to go get my ingredients to the toppings, and we're going to end our video with putting the fajita together. Also, we have to cook the fajita. I'm going to show you how to cook the fajita real quick when we come back. Thank you. So here's some of the toppings that we're going to use, that I'm going to use for my fajitas. I like to use mozzarella cheese. I have over here some sour cream, delicious. You can put whatever sour cream you like. If you want guacamole, you can put guacamole also. You want to put ranchero sauce, whatever type of sauce you want, you can put that also, but I want to put my own things. Fajitas don't have lettuce in it, but I want to add mine because I said this is a healthy fajita for me. And I'm going to add some tomatoes. I sliced some lettuce earlier and cut up some tomatoes. And I have over here our flour fajita style. And this is what the fajita looks like. So you don't want to eat the fajita. If you want to eat the fajita cold, you can go right ahead. But it's good maybe to cook it up a little more. So what I'm going to do is just spray this nice, get it right here with some ham right there. Let it get hot. And what you want to do is you just want to cook the fajita on each side. Real quick. Let me grab the tongs from here because I do have a pair of tongs. It's easy to flip. So you just want to get it a little bit hot. And then we're just going to check it real quick. Like that. So sometimes when you know the fajita's cooking, it will start forming like these little bubbles into it. And that's when you know it's getting a little bit hot and cooking on the other side. And remember guys, you can use any type of fajitas. You can use wheat, you can use regular flour fajitas, you can use, I think they have like a avocado fajita, whatever They have all different type of fajitas. I usually use the wheat fajitas, but today we're going to use regular flour fajitas. So it's getting the little bubbles, as you can see. Maybe you can close it up. You see that little bubble right there that is forming. That's when you know it's getting hot on the other side, and you can begin to flip it, and you see it got that nice little golden crust to it, little golden center. And normally when you get fajitas at the restaurant, they bring it to you, the fajitas very nice and hot. That's why I think you should always warm the fajitas up. See, this side's already forming the bubble already. That's when you know it's getting hot. Get it to the temperature you like, the consistency that you want to get it to, and then all you do is, I'm going to just turn this off real quick because we're just going to do one fajita for now. You put the fajita on the plate. I'll move this real quick. So now what you're going to do is, I want to do mine with, since it's chicken fajita day, let's do it with the chicken. So what you want to do is you just want to grab some of that chicken. If you want some of that sauce in it, go right ahead. And you just plop that on right there like that. I think I overdid it, but hey, I am hungry. And then you add what you want. Normally people will add just like, some cheese and some sauce. I'm going to add cheese. I'm going to add a little bit of lettuce. Remember, this is a healthy fajita, guys. This is a healthy fajita. And my hands are clean, but I will double clean them. I cleaned them before I started. I'm just going to add some tomatoes. And a dollop of that sour cream. Oops. Sorry. And a dollop of that sour cream. And there you got it. You got your fajita. Nice, healthy fajita. not cooked in so much oil. Remember, we use water to cook the chicken. We put a little bit of oil just to give it that little skillet, nice, sizzle to it. And then we put water so it could just bring it to a boil and cook it more better, more healthier also. And you want to do it with steak. Like I said, we cooked some steak here. I will do some of those later. But I hope you guys enjoyed National Fajitas Day. And I hope you guys are at home making your fajitas. If you do make fajitas, maybe take a picture and send it to the hashtag JCLibraryLove. And remember, continue to share our videos. If you like more cooking videos like this for kids and healthier ones, let me know or let the library know, and I'll come back for more. Have a nice day. Bye.